Copy. All right. Good morning, everybody. Two turtles on a tandem, huh? All right, let's get ready to roll. Let's see. Good morning. Get my pencil sharpened. With that. All right. So let's see. Where did we leave off? Looking at this guy's tutorial, Rad Seachrist or Seachrist. Oh, scoot forward. Go start down here. All right. Angle and direction, right? It's important when drawing necks. Just paying attention to that angle. Good morning, people coming in. You see the neck coming through. Good morning. Yeah. We got some notes on measuring here. Good morning, Bosch. I'm sorry you're not feeling so good. Dog has a sore tummy this morning. Well, something's going on. Seeing the divisions here. Good morning. Checking those transitions here. All right. And same thing, but more structure on here. Good morning. Break up those thirds, put the mouth in there. That's wrapping there, that comes down. All right. There we go. Down. There's the mouth. Let's see. Up, and there's the zygomatic arch cutting back over there. So I think I might ink this section and move over to the part of the paper. All right, Bosch. All right, there's one. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah, I got a meeting today. Hopefully the last, well, excuse me. I'm really congested. Something with the allergies here lately all of a sudden. Let's see. All right, how we doing? 12 minutes in, huh? There we go, over here. Let's see. Oh, good morning over there on the YouTube. Yeah, doing my morning warm up. So thanks for stopping in. Kind of have to look up and over to the side to see the chat up there, but. Yeah, so what I've been doing this month, I like to have these morning study projects I do, but basically this month I've been looking at tutorials posted by Etherington brothers. Um, um, so I spend a portion of the morning at least, doing that kind of thing, and where was it? Anyway, so I spend like an hour in the morning doing a little kind of warm up. And I might come back later in the day for like the actual creative things I'm working on. Um, but this month I thought for a month of May I thought I would do these tutorials that the Etherington brothers repost. So they're not even their own. Like I've done studies of their work before their books. I've got their books, but I should probably continue to go through those. It'll just take a while. But they've been posting other people's tutorials on their socials, and so I've been looking at those. This one comes from a guy named Rad Seachrist or Seachrist. It was posted a few days ago, so I spent one day here and then another day over here, and I'm trying to slow it down a little bit. Sometimes I try to work really fast, other times I like keep it slow. Partially, I'm practicing is my inking technique with this nib. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on here this morning. Um, all right. I appreciate that, Lenny. All right. Before we scoot it over, get the white ink on here so I don't have to move it around more than once. So, yeah, so it's like, do this in the morning kind of thing. All right, checks that one off. And then you're here. Let's give you a little bit of dimension. That's flat. I like using this white ink on top. It's nice to kind of get that contrast on there. Good morning. Over there on the YouTube. How are we doing? I am working on my morning study warm-up thing here, so. So, anyway, that's what we got going on in the morning usually. So there's that. And then we got some more on the side. All right, let's move this over. All right. And then they got the little process for drawing the Michelangelo that I drew on the side. I appreciate that. Hope you don't mind hanging out while I'm doing my morning warm-up. Looks like one of my cameras is down, so I have to keep that in a minute. Forgot about that yesterday. So we got division point there, and there, and there. All right, there's that one. Yeah, so this artist is just pointing out a lot of the planar structures of the face, divisions into proportions, and that's kind of what the artist is looking at here. One of the things one of the things I'm kind of looking for with these, looking at other people's work this way, is things that I can bring to my students. So I teach drawing and illustration and painting and those kinds of things at my university, and online on my own. But I'm always looking for um, things that might be helpful for them, different ways of looking at things. And usually it's something I'm familiar with, but sometimes I haven't thought about in a while, or it's not kind of on my radar all the time. And so it's helpful for me to kind of go back and review kind of basic things, because I sometimes forget. It's like to only know the basics, and the basics are the most important. So, all right, that's what we are rolling on today. So, I'm also trying to kind of slow down, take my time with these, just because there's not really like a big hurry, and the goal isn't to do as many as possible, but it's to kind of get what I can from these. There we go. The ear goes there. That neck. And then we get the planes on top of here. And there's the zygomatic arch. Here's the zygomatic bone. Here's the nose. All right, and then there's the eye. All right, does that work? All right, then we come down here. And we've got the same process. And then building up more of the details. And then there's kind of this diagram with some of the structures wrapping around. Oh, where's my mug? You're sleeping okay there, puppy. Alright, I need to reinstate my Bosch camera, don't I? Alright, we got that, and then I don't. So part of the reason for that, though, is I'm I've been teaching since 2004, so I'm kind of used to being in front of an audience and talking at the same time. So I'll slow down a little bit when I'm talking, when I'm drawing at the same time. But so I'm kind of used to it. I do get nervous maybe it's something I'm not that comfortable with, but like if I was here trying to figure out like a blender process while trying to draw at the same time, then I might get annoyed just because I'm trying to remember where a menu is or a setting is, and having other people watch while I try to remember something can be hard. But this kind of thing's pretty. Uh, um, but doing a drawing like this is pretty simple. Um, 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 so yeah, it doesn't really bother me to draw on camera. If I'm a little bit tired, I might forget what I'm talking about and take a long break. But again, I'm used to like having a group of 15 to 20 people standing behind me while I'm trying to draw the figure. I'm trying to pay real close attention to what I'm doing, and so yeah, that's where. So it's not the kind of thing that would bother me that much. It's like I'll get a little bit nervous in front of the classroom again if I'm doing something with them that I really don't know as well, or haven't taught before, or had to explain it before to someone. But the stuff like in these drawings is pretty basic, planar drawing stuff. That's and then I'm going to draw this second time here. I'm just going to reinforce the rotations on here. So yeah, but again, part of it's just practice too. So like doing it in front of people, and like a lot of times like people will do live streams where they're not talking at all. It's like just chill and draw, and they're not really saying anything, or they don't look at the chat very often. And there's not that many people in here usually anyway, right? So um, just not that funny or interesting. But so it's not like a huge amount of stress about the people that are in front of me. So let's get this inked up. Let's see maybe I can do a little portrait or something over here in the corner for reference. Since we're finishing off this tutorial here right now. Okay. I usually do it first thing in the morning, kind of like what you're saying now. I've been starting a little bit later than I'd like, so, um, but yeah, usually around this time in the morning. Sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes a little bit, well, not usually much later than this, but yeah, if you hit there's like a notification thing I think on the main on like my main account, and if you hit that kind of notification thing, it'll send you a notification when I go live. I think you do a similar thing over on the YouTube side, but or it'll shoot you an email or put a notification on your phone or something like that to let you know when I am live exactly. Because part of my schedule is I have to get my dog out in the morning first thing, and so it depends on how long that takes and when I actually get up in the morning, or if I'm in town, for example, like I'm going to take off next week. I'll be away from my computer setup for at least a couple weeks, I think. Um, I should probably keep the June thing down to, oh, Austria, huh? The land of the Von Trapps, right? Von Trapp singing family. I've been crazy congested lately. Good morning, people coming in. Um, let's see what comes in. Yeah, I'm East Coast United States, so yeah, that'll definitely be late afternoon. Sometimes into the evening for anyone in the European side of things. Good morning, everybody coming in. All right. All right, let's see. That comes down. All right. All right. Get some white paint on there. If I put that brush down, there it is. That's pencil. Nope. Nope. Put that. Oh, there it is. Put it away. Hate it when I do that. All right, got that one. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's get the little touch-ups here. I think I might call that a morning. Um, how's my dog doing down there? Huh, Bosh? How you doing? All right. And then we've got just these notations on. All right. 250528. And yeah, this is Rad Seacrest. Put my toys away. All right, well, thanks to everybody that came in. I appreciate it. I'm going to call that a morning study for today. And we'll talk at you all next time.